Today we're going to use Excel to collect a random sample of 5 records out of 32. Start off with 3 different columns. One for our identification number. Our second column, which is going to be a copy of the first one, and you'll see why in a little bit. And the last one is where we're going to generate our random numbers. So the ID number we're going to use, very simple. We're just going to use the counting numbers. So I'll put in the first 3 rows, 1, 2, and 3. All right. Instead of manually putting in 4, 5, 6, all the way up to 32, I can select all 3 rows, the 1, the 2, and the 3, and drag them down to row 33 to get 32 individual identity numbers. Okay, so now take first column and copy it into the second column. All right. The next thing we'll do is in C2, in the formula bar, I'll put in equals and the function rand for random. It generates a random number between 0 and 1. So here, we have these different functions we could pick, right? We're sticking with the first one. I'll just hit tab and then enter. And there we go. We have our number between 0 and 1. Now, since I filled out A and B with 32 values, I can take C2, go to the lower right corner and double click, and you'll see it's filled in 32 random values. So now I'm going to take the last 2 columns, the duplicate frame and the random number, select them, go to the data tab, go to sort, and then I have 3 different drop boxes. Automatically it picked a random number. You could pick to sort on duplicate. For us, that wouldn't be useful. Again, we want a kind of a random order, and so we're going to select the random column, and the other values in the sort on are just cell color, font value, cell icon, things not burnt into us, and we'll just pick the smallest to largest order. It doesn't really matter which one you pick at this point, and just hit OK. All right. So you'll see that our first column is really just kind of for a reference, and we get our random selection of 5 different numbers, 5 different records from the duplicate data frame column. So I could pick any 5 records in the middle, 5 records at the end. I'll pick and highlight the first 5, and that's it. We have our 5 numbers. Here, let me go to home, go to highlight. All right. And what would kind of be nice to see, just to make sure that you understand what we've gotten as a result, I'll copy down the 14, the 26, the 30, and the 29. And the 15. Yep. And we have our 5 records, or 5 numbers, pulled from the entire set of 32 that we'll use. Okay, I'll go over the last thing I did in class. You can take everything up to E in terms of columns and down to the 33rd row. Go to page layout, go to print area. and we've set our print area. And that way when you go to print to give me the hard copy, even though I think it all appears on one page anyway, you'll get everything in that selection. Okay, that's it. And I'll see you guys in the next video.